What if the land that gave the world its deepest river also hides some of its darkest struggles? This is the Congo, where the rainforest stretches farther than you can imagine. Breathing life into the planet, and yet millions go without clean water. Where lava glows in the night atop an ancient volcano, and the cities hum with music that shaped a continent. You've heard of coltan, cobalt, diamonds, but what you haven't seen is how they live alongside hardship, hope, and untold stories. From the banks of the Congo River to the heart of Kinshasa, every corner is alive, complex, unforgettable. The richest land that remains broken, and once you see it, you won't forget it. Land of giants and depths. Step into the Congo, and you immediately feel the scale. Not just the scale of the rainforest, but the scale of possibility and paradox. The Congo Basin rainforest spans over 500 million acres, second only to the Amazon. Trees tower like skyscrapers, their roots tangled in secrets older than most civilizations. This forest isn't just scenery, it's a life force, a carbon sink holding the planet's breath, regulating weather and sheltering creatures the world barely knows exist. And then there's the river, the Congo River. Africa's second longest, yes, but the deepest on Earth. Some points plunge over 220 meters, longer than most skyscrapers are tall. Try to imagine a river so wide it makes cities feel like tiny dots on its banks. Kinshasa and Brazzaville, capitals on opposite sides, face each other across the water, separated by nothing more than a few kilometers of turbulent flow. One glance and you realize this isn't just geography. It's a pulse, a highway of culture, trade, and history. But the Congo isn't flat or gentle. Mountains rise suddenly. The Virunga Range houses Nyiragongo, a volcano with one of the few permanent lava lakes on the planet. At night, it glows ominously red, a molten warning and a natural spectacle. People live in the shadow of this fire, resilient and accustomed to the tension of beauty and danger mingling. The terrain itself seems to tell stories. Dense forests give way to savannas, waterways twist through valleys. Every bend of the river hides a new possibility. Hidden villages, secret waterfalls, and local legends. Some whisper of Mokele-mbembe, a dinosaur-like creature lurking in the wetlands. While science hasn't confirmed it, the mystery adds a layer of intrigue. You feel it. The land is alive, watching, holding its secrets tight. And yet, for all this natural abundance, the Congo faces profound contradictions. The soil beneath your feet is rich with cobalt, coltan, gold, and diamonds, minerals that power your phone, your laptop, your car. Yet the people around these riches live with scarcity. Villages without electricity, communities without basic health care. The land provides endlessly, but its wealth is unevenly shared. Traveling deeper, you see the rainforest isn't empty. Bonobos roam the canopy, our closest relatives, moving in matriarchal societies, solving conflicts without violence. Okapis, forest giraffes, peek through the undergrowth, their stripes catching the dappled sunlight. These creatures are rare. They are hidden. They are reminders that the Congo doesn't give itself up easily. It rewards patience, curiosity, and respect. Even the human pulse is extraordinary. The riverbanks bustle with life. Fishing boats carve paths through misty mornings. Markets sell fresh fish, cassava, and vegetables, while music, rumba, sukus, drifts through the streets, a heartbeat connecting the past to today. Kinshasa's energy contrasts with remote villages' quiet persistence. Every corner is a lesson in contrast. Life and struggle, abundance and need, noise and silence. And as you step back to take it all in, you realize the Congo isn't a single story. It's a collection of ecosystems, cultures, and contradictions layered on top of each other. This is a land of depth, literally, with rivers and valleys, and metaphorically, with stories waiting for the patient traveler. But the forests, rivers, and volcanoes only scratch the surface. Beneath the soil lies a different kind of wealth. And understanding that is where the Congo's next secret begins to unfold. One that has shaped global technology, economies, and human ambition in ways few realize. Buried gold and modern tech. Beneath the lush forests and winding rivers lies a treasure trove the world can't live without. The Democratic Republic of the Congo is often called the coltan capital of the world, and for good reason. Over 60% of the planet's coltan reserves are here. Coltan isn't just a rock, it's the reason your smartphone works, why laptops stay charged, and why electric vehicles can even exist. Every time you swipe, tap, or plug in, you're touching something born in these forests. And it doesn't stop there. Congo is the cobalt king. More than 70% of global cobalt comes from here, powering the rechargeable batteries that fuel our modern lives. Think about that for a second. This single country literally drives the energy of the digital world. Yet, if you walk through the streets of Lubumbashi or remote mining towns, you see another reality. The electricity flickers, roads crumble, and families work in dangerous conditions just to survive. Gold, diamonds, and copper lie beneath the same soil, gleaming with potential, yet most of it never touches the hands of the people who dig it. Artisanal miners, often children, work in shafts so narrow and deep that a wrong move could be fatal. The contrast is stark. This is a country that could be the richest on Earth, yet remains one of the poorest. The paradox is almost tangible. Tech companies, mining conglomerates, and governments all circle this wealth. Contracts are signed, trucks rumble, and the minerals flow overseas. But the Congo rarely sees the benefits directly. Infrastructure struggles, healthcare is limited, and education, critical for turning potential into opportunity, remains a distant goal for many communities. You start to see how the richness of the land and the poverty of its people coexist like two opposing forces, each shaping the other. Yet even amid these challenges, innovation sparks. In Kinshasa, young engineers repurpose old electronics. They build startups from rooftops, using coltan indirectly to power ideas that might one day change Africa's tech landscape. It's an unlikely synergy. A country weighed down by its own resources, yet producing ingenuity that rivals anywhere in the world. You see it in the rhythm of the streets, the markets alive with energy, the music that blends. Tradition with modernity. It's all innovation, survival, and resilience intertwined. And let's not forget the human element behind these minerals. Many communities have generations tied to mining. Skills are passed down like stories. Parents teach children the art of extraction, the handling of precious metals, the understanding of geology, but also caution. Because here, a single misstep can be costly. Life and livelihood balance on the edge of these raw materials. The Congo's wealth isn't just in minerals, it's in potential. Every mine, every river port, every market holds the possibility of transformation. But tapping into it responsibly requires understanding the layers beneath. Geology, economy, culture, and global demand all intertwine. And as you watch the world's gadgets glow in your hands, remember, Congo's soil is the hidden engine powering them. Yet, minerals alone don't define the Congo. The next layer of intrigue comes from its wildlife and biodiversity, a kingdom hidden in green shadows, alive with creatures found nowhere else on Earth. The hidden kingdom of life. Step off the beaten path, into the heart of the Congo rainforest, and you enter a world that feels untouched by time. This isn't just a jungle. It's a living, breathing kingdom where every leaf, vine, and shadow has a story. The air is heavy with humidity, alive with the calls of birds, insects, and unseen creatures. You realize quickly, the Congo doesn't give itself away easily. To understand it, you have to look, listen, and respect its secrets. Take the okapi, for example. Known as the forest giraffe, it looks like a cross between a zebra and a giraffe. Its stripes like delicate brush strokes in the undergrowth. Native only to the Democratic Republic of the Congo, it remained unknown to science until the 20th century. Seeing one, even in photographs, feels like glimpsing a creature from another world. And in these forests, the okapi isn't alone. Bonobos roam freely, our closest cousins in the primate family. Unlike chimpanzees, bonobos are peaceful, matriarchal, and remarkably empathetic. Observing them, or imagining their social dances among the treetops, offers a glimpse of what human communities could aspire to: cooperation over conflict. The Congo is also home to legends that blur the line between fact and myth. Mokele Mbembe, the so-called Congo dinosaur, is said to roam the river's hidden channels. Scientists have yet to confirm it, but the story has persisted for generations. Fishermen and villagers speak of it in hushed tones, as if acknowledging something ancient still survives, unseen. Whether it exists or not, the legend adds to the forest's aura of mystery, a place where reality and imagination intertwine. Volcanoes, too, shape this natural tapestry. Nyiragongo's permanent lava lake casts a red glow over the surrounding land at night. It's both terrifying and mesmerizing, a reminder that nature in the Congo isn't tame. Forests and rivers can be serene, but the ground beneath can burn with molten fury at any moment. It's a land of extremes, and life here has adapted to thrive in contrast. Biodiversity isn't just exotic creatures, it's a survival network. Trees tower hundreds of feet, creating multiple layers of habitat. Birds flit through the canopy, insects pollinate flowers unseen, and tiny frogs leap in perfect camouflage. Every species, visible or hidden, plays a role in keeping this rainforest alive. And yet, this delicate system faces constant threats. Deforestation, illegal logging, and mining can strip away centuries of ecological balance in just a few years. The human footprint is small compared to the scale of the forest, but it can have outsized consequences. Even rivers host hidden life. The Congo River isn't just deep, it's a laboratory of evolution. Unique fish species, some glowing in the dark depths, thrive in its currents. Aquatic plants sway like dancers, creating microhabitats that sustain both wildlife and human communities along the riverbanks. The water isn't just a resource. It's life, myth, and mystery all in one. Walking through this hidden kingdom, it's impossible not to feel humbled. The Congo isn't just about minerals, cities, or politics. It's about life in its most intricate, interconnected, and surprising forms. Every step, every rustle of leaves, every distant howl reminds you this land is alive in ways the modern world can barely comprehend. And yet, as magnificent as the forests are, there's another story quietly unfolding, the human story. The people of the Congo have shaped and been shaped by this biodiversity for centuries, their culture, music, and livelihoods deeply entwined with the land. Understanding this connection is where the next layer of Congo's complex identity begins, a chapter where culture, history, and society converge in ways that will surprise even the most seasoned traveler. Heartbeats of the Congo, culture and history. Step into Kinshasa and you feel it immediately, the rhythm. Not just the beat of music, but the pulse of a city that refuses to be quiet. Congolese rumba, soukous, and modern hip-hop collide in crowded streets, open-air markets, and rooftop cafes. Music isn't just entertainment here, it's a lifeline, a way to celebrate, resist, and remember. Artists like Franco and Papa Wemba didn't just make songs, they captured the soul of a nation, weaving history, struggle, and hope into melodies that echo across Africa and beyond. But Congo's culture isn't confined to the cities. Step into a village along the river, and traditions still breathe in daily life. Markets bustle with produce, fish, and handmade crafts. Women in vibrant prints balance goods on their heads with effortless grace. Children dart between stalls, barefoot, laughing, learning the rhythm of life before school even begins. Music flows here too, but it's intertwined with dance, storytelling, and communal memory, a living archive of hundreds of ethnic groups, each with its own language, ritual, and wisdom. The Democratic Republic of the Congo is the largest French-speaking country in the world by population, more than France itself. But the country speaks in many voices. Over 200 languages echo through forests, cities, and riversides. Lingala, Swahili, Kikongo, Chiluba. Each word carries history, identity, and pride. Language here isn't just communication. It's survival, connection, and celebration all at once. History weighs heavily, too. The Congo has endured centuries of external exploitation, colonial rule, and political upheaval. The scars are visible in abandoned factories, decaying infrastructure, and tales passed down through generations. Yet resilience defines this nation. People find ways to thrive, to adapt, and to create beauty amid chaos. Art, music, and festivals aren't distractions. They're lifelines, proof that life continues, no matter how heavy the past. Even the urban layout tells stories. Kinshasa and Brazzaville, the world's closest capital cities, face each other across the Congo River. Ships ferry goods, ideas, and people, bridging centuries of connection and tension. Each city has its own personality. Kinshasa, chaotic and bustling, overflowing with music and markets. Brazzaville, quieter but steeped in history, its streets echoing French colonial architecture alongside modern developments. Together, they illustrate Congo's contradictions: wealth and struggle, history and modernity, beauty and chaos. Religion and spirituality are woven into everyday life. Churches, mosques, and traditional shrines coexist, shaping festivals, rituals, and daily choices. Beliefs aren't just personal, they're communal, influencing how people interact with one another, with nature, and with the challenges they face. Spirituality and tradition exist alongside a drive for modernization, creating a society that's constantly balancing past and future. And food. Oh, the food. Cassava, plantains, grilled fish from the river, spicy stews, and street snacks sold from carts along busy avenues. Every bite tells a story of geography, history, and adaptation. Meals are social, celebratory, and deeply rooted in identity. They connect people across generations and regions, offering continuity amid rapid change. Congo's culture is alive, complex, and defiant. It's a place where music, history, language, and ritual collide in vivid, unexpected ways. You feel it in the laughter, the songs, the markets, and the streets. But even culture doesn't exist in isolation. Congo's story emerges further when you explore how its economy, politics, and social structures interact with this rich tapestry of life, the forces that shape opportunity, power, and resilience in the modern age. power, struggle, and survival. The Congo's beauty and wealth are undeniable, but its politics and societal structure tell a story of contrast that can feel almost surreal. This is a nation where natural abundance coexists with scarcity, where mineral riches fuel global technology, while local communities scramble for basic necessities. Understanding the Congo means understanding these tensions, the interplay of power, history, and survival. Political instability has shaped the country for decades. From the era of Mobutu Sese Seko's authoritarian rule to civil wars that scarred the landscape, governance in the Congo has often been fragile. Elections can be moments of hope or tension, depending on who controls the machinery of power. Yet even amid this fragility, local leaders, activists, and ordinary citizens find ways to influence change, protect communities, and keep daily life moving forward. It's a nation where resilience isn't optional, it's survival. Society itself reflects this balance of hope and hardship. Urban areas like Kinshasa are bustling hubs of culture, commerce, and innovation, but also of inequality. Skyscrapers and luxury shops exist side by side with informal settlements and struggling neighborhoods. In rural areas, villages endure with limited access to health care, schools, and infrastructure, relying on community bonds and traditional knowledge to navigate challenges. These contrasts aren't just statistics, they're lived experiences, shaping the daily rhythms of millions. Economically, the Congo is a paradox.
La République du Congo!
Mineral wealth drives global industries, yet the local economy struggles to provide stable livelihoods. Families depend on artisanal mining, agriculture, or small-scale trade, while the fruits of the land often leave the country before they can improve local conditions. Infrastructure gaps, roads, electricity, and clean water compound these challenges. Even simple acts, like transporting goods from a village to a city, can become logistical puzzles, requiring ingenuity and persistence at every step. Corruption and governance issues often amplify these difficulties. Resources intended for public development sometimes get diverted, creating cycles of frustration and inequality. Yet the Congolese people adapt. Informal economies thrive. Entrepreneurs, small business owners, and community initiatives step in where government programs falter. There's creativity in survival, a drive to innovate and connect even when systems seem stacked against you. And then there's the international layer. Global demand for cobalt, coltan, and other minerals ensures that the Congo is never isolated from world markets, but it also places tremendous pressure on local communities. Companies, investors, and governments all compete for access to resources, sometimes fueling conflict or exploitation. The country's geopolitical importance is immense, yet the benefits for everyday citizens can feel distant and abstract. But despite these obstacles, hope persists in ways you can see and feel. Grassroots organizations work to improve education, healthcare, and environmental conservation. Young Congolese leaders launch startups and creative ventures, turning scarcity into opportunity. Music, art and culture continue to thrive, offering both resilience and global influence. You realize that power and struggle are not just obstacles, they are forces that shape ingenuity, identity, and survival in the Congo. And just when you think the story has been told, the Congo reminds you that its most compelling secrets aren't above ground. The soil, the forests, the rivers, these are the elements that sustain life, culture, and economy alike. They hold lessons about balance, sustainability, and the connection between humanity and nature, waiting for those patient enough to explore. Lastly, let's talk about potential, transformation, and the future. In the Congo, every path through the forest, every river bend, every urban street is an invitation to witness what might come next. And the last layer of this journey reveals a truth both stark and inspiring. The Congo may be broken, but it is far from defeated. The future of a richly broken land. As you step back and take in the Congo's rivers, forests, and bustling cities, one thing becomes clear. This is a country of contradictions, but also of untapped potential. The land beneath your feet, the water flowing through its veins, and the people walking its streets are all part of a story that is far from finished. The Congo's wealth isn't just measured in minerals or natural wonders. It's in ideas, resilience, and the possibility of transformation. Look at the minerals again: cobalt, coltan, gold, diamonds. They power the world's technology, but they also offer an opportunity for Congo itself to rise. Imagine a future where local communities benefit directly from these resources. Where artisanal miners gain fair wages, and where technology and education empower a generation that understands both the global stage and their own backyard. The potential is staggering, and it's already being glimpsed in pockets of innovation across the country. Cities like Kinshasa are evolving into hubs of creativity and entrepreneurship. Rooftop cafes host coding workshops, art studios echo with modern interpretations of traditional music, and marketplaces hum with ideas as much as goods. The youth are no longer passive observers. They are shaping solutions for energy, education, and commerce, even while navigating the challenges of infrastructure and governance. These urban experiments are microcosms of what the entire country could become if investment, policy, and creativity align. Nature, too, is central to the Congo's future. The rainforest is more than a backdrop. It's a global asset, a carbon sink vital to slowing climate change. Conservation efforts are gaining traction, protecting bonobos, okapis, and countless other species, while creating opportunities for ecotourism and sustainable development. People who live near these forests are finding ways to preserve biodiversity while supporting their families, a balance that demonstrates the delicate dance between progress and preservation. And the river, the Congo River, continues to shape life in profound ways. Beyond being Africa's deepest river, it is a highway for trade, a source of food, and a cultural connector between communities and nations. Hydroelectric projects are emerging, promising energy solutions for urban and rural areas alike. If managed responsibly, these developments could light homes, power schools, and provide infrastructure that has eluded generations. The river is both a symbol and a tool of potential. Culture remains the beating heart. Music, art, and storytelling aren't just pastimes. They are vehicles of identity, history, and vision. Congolese rumba, soukous, and contemporary beats continue to influence the world. At the same time, festivals, ceremonies, and local traditions ground communities, reminding everyone that progress needn't erase heritage. The Congo's future will likely be defined by this interplay: innovation rooted in culture, technology balanced by respect for tradition, and ambition tempered by resilience. So, what does the Congo become next? A global powerhouse in natural resources and tech innovation. A hub for culture and creativity in Africa, perhaps both intertwined. The journey isn't simple, and challenges remain. Political instability, inequality, and environmental threats are real. But beneath these struggles lies a nation capable of remarkable transformation. Walking through the forests, across rivers, and into the heart of Kinshasa, you sense it. The Congo is alive, vibrant, and waiting. Broken? Yes, but not defeated. Its rivers flow, its forests breathe, its people persist. The story isn't finished, and that is what makes it so compelling. The Congo is a mirror of possibility, a reminder that even in complexity, resilience and potential can coexist. The richest land that remains broken may one day be remembered not just for what it produces for the world, but for what it becomes for itself. And when that day comes, the Congo won't just be seen, it will be felt everywhere.